Thunderbolts is a 2025 Marvel superhero movie and the newest ensemble flick to be part of its cinematic universe. Makes sense considering that after almost 20 years, there are a lot of characters to go around. Marvel's PG-13 iteration of DC's The Suicide Squad consists of Yelena Belova, Red Guardian, Bucky Barnes, US Agent, and Ghost. Oh yeah, and Taskmaster. If it sounds like I forgot about Taskmaster, don't worry, I was just mimicking Marvel. Before I get into a full review of this movie, I need to vent about Taskmaster. Taskmaster is an Avengers villain that can perfectly replicate any fighting style. Mixed with a plethora of gadgets and technology, this makes the character extremely difficult to defeat. Unless you're Ghost. Taskmaster got the short end of the stick at every turn in the MCU. Little to no importance in Black Widow, and even less in Thunderbolts. A character with overflowing potential thrown to the wayside for no apparent reason. Okay, back to the movie at hand. This movie is actually really good. For the first time in a long time, Marvel lets their film be driven by characters and dialogue without silly jokes to undercut it. Are there still silly jokes? Of course, but not nearly as much as usual. This made it so much easier for audiences to realize how talented some of these actors are. Florence Pugh is captivating as Yelena, clearly having evolved from her appearances in Black Widow and Hawkeye. Bucky and John Walker continue their rocky relationship from Falcon and Winter Soldier in a way that feels as though Sebastian Stan and Wyatt Russell didn't skip a beat even after 4-ish years. As characters, Red Guardian and Ghost were good for rounding out the team, creating a solid dynamic of comedic relief and semi-serious backbone. Truly, I don't know how I feel about the new Avengers title they've landed on, but the scene where they simply rescue civilians was my favorite in the entire movie. Doing something, anything, no matter how small, is the definition of being a hero. Forget about villains, forget about anti-heroes, it's just people helping people. The characters coming to that realization after the dust settles makes for a beautiful moment. Almost brings a tear to my eye. God, I really love comic books sometimes. The newest character introduced into the universe is Sentry/The Void, also known as Bob Reynolds. Sentry made his comic book debut in 2000 in the self-titled miniseries by Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee. As of this writing, I read that miniseries earlier today, so I'm basically a professional now. Thunderbolts avoided using Sentry's written origin, presumably due to its similarities to Spider-Man No Way Home, but to tell you the truth, genetically modified meth addict didn't feel too impossible. Lewis Pullman did a fantastic job at exuding an awkward energy, and his chemistry with Florence Pugh was excellent. I'd have to imagine that Sentry can't be a major player going forward simply because of how strong he is. The scene where he showcases his powerful is masterfully made. Every movement is subtle yet powerful, and on top of that, his suit is really cool looking. I would have liked if the Void's design wasn't just a straight up black figure. For me, it would have been super cool if it, had features that were just dulled instead of totally blacked out. The glowing eyes really worked though. I also liked how there didn't need to be a massively scaled fight to defeat the bad guy. Again, the emotional resolution focuses on character relationships and development. It tells me that Marvel has placed a lot of faith in this motley crew. I love the fact that Thunderbolts presents such a promising future for Marvel. After years of uncertainty in storytelling, crucial characters, and box office success, or lack thereof, it finally feels like the cinematic universe has direction again. Between Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and Avengers Doomsday, it's the first time in a long time that I'm genuinely excited for the future of Marvel movies.